Gunfreak Nation. This is the President, TElectrik, and I want to have a conversation with you. I would like to know, what's your life worth? I want you to, you know, think about it. Like, what is your life worth? What is your family's life worth? Do you have children? Do you have kids? Do you have loved ones? Do you have a brother? Do you have a sister? Do you have a mother? Do you have a father? Do you have loved ones? Period. I would like to know that. More than likely you do. What I'm trying to say is life is precious. The thing about life is you really don't know how much time you have, and this is coming from the bottom of my heart. You don't know how much time you have. Literally, you could be here today and gone tomorrow. And in some cases, you can be here today and gone the same day. So, that being said, I don't want nobody. Life is it can be rough, it can be tough. Unfortunately, death is a part of life. It's the opposite of life. You know, you got happy and you got sad. You know, you got life, you got death. Ain't no avoiding it. You know, there's no avoiding it. It's gonna happen. Um, but what I would love to see happen is that I would love to see everybody live a full life. You know, for those people that have made it to their 60s, 70s, 80s, they lived a full life. When you are, cut down when you're young because of an illness, or even worse, when you are murdered, you know, I've had many, many deaths in my family over the years, but they all died from health issues that they had. You know, their ages varied, but I would be going to my nephew's funeral, the next couple of days, and he lost his life due to some savages. He was cut down at 32 years old. So, it hit different, to have somebody life, somebody that you knew all your life. Well, I knew him all his life for the 32 years that he was on this earth. A good-hearted person give you their last. And, to be cut down like that, man, the savages, they will, get what they got coming to them. That's all I say. I'll leave it at that. But what I'm trying to get at, people, is that these savages, they don't care about your life. They don't care about your loved ones that's going to miss you. They don't care about, they live in their everyday life. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no respect and no regards for humanity. And that's why I say, if you ever is to encounter a savage, you have to make sure that you send that bastard to Funky Town. Okay? Now, I'm not preaching being going out there being a vigilanteism. I'm not teaching that. I'm not teaching because you got a gun, a firearm to go out there and go for bad. No. What I'm trying to instill in you and for the people, the non-believers, is that there is demons out there. We living in a wicked world, okay? There are savages out there that will do the most fucked up things to you and your family and won't think twice about it. So, if you encounter one of them, don't give them the benefit of the doubt. That's all I'm going to say. Don't give them the benefit of the doubt, because you have to look at it from the mentality that it's either them or you. Okay? And if they trying you, if they break in your house, or if you encounter one of those bastards out in the streets, you got to look at it as a life or death situation, because they don't have a problem inflicting death on you. Okay? They don't have a problem. So you have to send them to Funky Town. You got to take them out before they take you out. If deal with the repercussions, the blowback from that afterwards, after the fact, at least you will still be alive. Okay? And don't depend on the police. I'm very passionate about this. Ever since my nephew was murdered, I haven't been the same. I just, for the most part, I've been angry, wishing I could have been there to back my nephew up. These fucking savages haven't been apprehended yet. Like I say, they will get what they got coming to them. I don't want nobody to go through what I'm going through now, because I love y'all, man. We decent, law-abiding people, all right? But you have to realize that, you have to. We trying to live in peace. We don't bother nobody. We don't want nobody bothering us. But when it comes to peace, you got to protect your peace. Okay? You got to protect your peace. It's just as simple as that. You have to protect your peace. You got to look at your home as it's your home. It's your castle. You got a king of the castle and you got a queen in that castle. For those women out there that's living single, you are the queen of that castle. You got to protect that. You got to protect your castle. Because you got these savages, these demonic savages that have no problem trying to come up in your castle, in your home, and do horrible things to you. Rape you, murder you, torture your kids. I'm not sugarcoating this shit. So you have to get you a firearm to have a chance to fight back. You can't, oh my God, somebody breaking in the house. I just heard my window get bust out. Oh Lord, they just kicked the door in. Let me get to the phone and call 911. No. That's not going to save you. You need to take action immediately. You have to get that gun. You got to get that firearm. You have to get a gun. Ain't no if, buts about it. You got to get that gun to protect your life and your family's life. It's just as simple as that. The only type of language that those savages understand is violence. You damn near got to have the mind. You damn near have to become a savage your goddamn self to fight off one of those stinking ass bastards. You hear me? You damn near have to become a savage yourself to fight them back. You must show them no mercy. And I'm not advocating, taking a life. That's the last thing we want to do. But if they're coming into your home and they know that you are there, 9 out of 10, they themselves, them savages, are going to be armed. I have this app on my phone. It's called Scanner. And what it does, basically it's a scanner, and you get to listen to all of the, reports of crime, the crime reports, reports of, gunshots, shootings, home invasions. I also have the Citizen app. It reports, crime that's in your area, in your neighborhood. Scanner is the same thing. Man, when I pull up that app every day, and I'm not making this up. I'm not exaggerating. Every day, it's a fucking shooting, a robbery, a break-in, a home invasion, a murder. Every day. You got your people. Well, I don't have anything to worry about. I'm living in a safe neighborhood. I'm out in the suburbs. That stuff doesn't happen around here in my neck of the woods, where you know what? You will end up being the next victim because you living out there in them suburbs, and you got this false sense of security. In reality, the person that's in the hood, that's in these urban areas, they probably better off than you. Because and I'll explain why. Because they know what they up against, because they see it literally every fucking day. When you out in La La Land, never equate a better neighborhood or a nicer neighborhood, because it's got fancier homes and, these big, beautiful homes. And I'm not hating on nobody. If you got it like that, you got it like that. But don't let that give you a sense of false security. Trust me, believe me, there are no such things as a safe neighborhood. There's no more safe zones, period. No more safe neighborhoods. Don't get it mixed up between a nicer neighborhood and a ghetto. Okay, the hood. Don't get that mixed up. I mean, it exists. You got nicer neighborhoods, but there's no more safe neighborhoods. Get that in your heads right now. There's no more safe neighborhoods. It can go down literally anywhere. Anywhere. You got to be prepared at all times. Get your gun. Get to the range and shoot that gun. Get comfortable with that gun. Learn that gun inside and out. Know that gun as well as you know your arms, as well as you know your legs, your feet, your hands. It's a vital component to the safety of protecting your life. It's a vital component of saving your family. You can have a gun on you. You can have 1,000 guns. But if you don't know how to utilize it, if you don't have that mindset, what's the whole point of having it? What's the whole point of having it? You're still going to die because you're not paying attention to your surroundings. You're not paying attention to your environment. You're not really peeping out what's going on, who watching you, who may be, coming up on you. You have to be ready. You got to be ready. You have to be ready. If you don't have the know-how of being savage ready, then you just a future victim. The gun is just merely a tool for you to protect your life. But you got to have that mindset. The most valuable, I'm going to say this. Your most valuable weapon is your mindset of being ready and prepared, being alert, keeping your head on a swivel. Okay? You got to keep your head on a swivel, meaning just watch your surroundings, man. If you are in a situation and you encounter one of these fucking savages, get out of that situation. Remove yourself from that situation as soon as possible, because you just do not know how fast shit can hit the fan, how fast shit can escalate, how fast a bullshit situation can go left. You feel me? That shit can go left. And next thing you know, you in a situation where you don't have to send a motherfucker to Funky Town, or they don't send you there. So don't even give a savage the time of day. Don't even entertain it. You got motherfuckers that, it was just the other day, a road rage incident happened here in Detroit. And 2 people lost their lives behind it. People are just killing just to kill over the smallest minute things. People are willing to kill over. People are willing to take a life over. So when you encounter those type of idiots, those type of savages, don't feed into it. Be the bigger person. If you stepped on somebody's shoe on accident, or bumped up against somebody's shoulder on accident, hey man, my bad. I apologize. I hope you wasn't offended. I didn't mean to disrespect you. My bad. And keep it moving. Because if you start to argue back and forth, I don't care how disrespectful they come at you, it ain't worth you at the end of the day losing your life or losing your freedom, all because of something so stupid. Because it is. At the end of the day, it's so many people have died over some stupid shit. You know why? Because it becomes a pride thing. Nah, man, fuck that. I ain't gonna let him just dog me out and disrespect me. I'll die for my respect. And that's the most stupidest thing that you can do. Die over something stupid. When you could have just simply removed yourself from that situation. It takes 2 people to argue, right? But some people, they feed into it and they go off of your energy. And then next thing you know, you matching energy. You matching that negative energy. And it's escalating slowly to the point where gunplay is getting involved. And next thing you know, you either shooting somebody because they reaching for theirs, or it's just senseless. Don't even let it get, don't even entertain it. Don't even feed into that type of energy. It's not worth you losing your life or you taking a life over. What I'm about righteous people, man, that we ain't out here fucking with nobody. We not out here trying to go for bad. We minding our own business, trying to take care of our families the best way that we can. And we don't want nobody, we not trying to be no future victim. We know what happens in these home invasions. I hear it all the time on my scanner, man. And I highly suggest that you get that scanner app. You go into your Google Play, because I don't have an Apple. I don't know what they call Playroom or whatever the apps where you get the app. But go into your Google store, type in scanner, police scanner. It's a free app. They got a paid version too. Citizen, that's another app that I recommend. It just gives you, a lot of people don't like it because they want to, it asks you for your location, for the GPS. And a lot of people don't like it because of that. But the only reason why they ask you for your location is because they're going to report everything that's going around in your area, in your neighborhood, you know. I got it. I've been headed for some years now. My sister, she told me about it, and I tried it. And a lot of stuff go on in the neighborhood that you would not know. Because everything is not going to be broadcast on the news. Scanner, going off, police scanner. I listen to it on my phone. It's going off all the time. Shooting here on this side. Shooting, on the west side, east side, southwest side. Those are apps I recommend that y'all, get. And it'll tell y'all what's going on in y'all neighborhood. You damn near gotta have the mind of a savage, man. You got to think like your enemy, man. These savages, they are our enemies. All right? They are our enemies, and they mean us no good. So that's why you got to be able to protect yourself. Because they don't have a problem coming in and just doing all kind of foul shit to y'all, man. They don't care. I want nothing but the best for y'all, man. But peace is not free. You have to protect yourself. You got to go and get you a gun to protect yourself. I'm not promoting no violence. I'm promoting self-preservation. I'm promoting, hey man, my life is worth something. I want to live and die of old age. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no savage to take my life, take me away from my kid, take me away from my loved ones. That's not fair. How is that fair? Tell me, how is that fair? It's not the police job. It's not their responsibility to protect your life. It's not. And I know YouTube don't like, guns, and all I'm trying to do is tell y'all that, we living in a wicked world. We living in a wicked world. And it's evil people out there. And you just never know when you will be face to face with one of them. Like I always say, you ain't got to go looking for trouble. Trouble will find you. Trouble will come looking for you. And you need to be prepared. If you love yourself and love your family, if you don't want to be tied up in a chair, pistol whipped, and watching your girlfriend, watching your wife be raped and tortured, watching your kids be tortured, and be like, damn, I wish I had a gun. I wish I had the chance to fight back. No. You don't want to ever be in that situation. You don't never want to be in a situation where you hear your door being kicked in, your alarm being triggered, and you don't have nothing but a bat or a knife. and they coming in with AR-15s, with AK-47s, with Glocks with the switches on it. You don't have a fucking chance. You don't stand a chance. But you know what will give you a chance? This will give you a fighting chance, a damn good fighting chance. All right? No, what y'all decide to get, that's on you. You know, you be like, T, what's the best, firearm to buy for, home defense? The best one that you most comfortable with. You know? The only gun that I would not recommend is a revolver, because you're limited to the capacity of what they hold. Get you something that hold at least 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I prefer a semi-automatic because you can buy extended, magazines for it. And I'm not knocking all of the people that love their revolvers. I'm just saying, if you got a revolver that only holds 6 rounds and you got 8 savages breaking in and they all got Glocks and ARs, number one, you can have a fucking Glock yourself. If they got ARs and AKs, you outgunned regardless. But what I'm saying, in a situation like that, and you only got a revolver that's only holding 6 rounds, and they got semi-auto pistols, Glocks and stuff that hold 17, and there's multiple savages coming in, you don't never want to be in a situation where you got to make every shot count. Because guess what? When you run through all 6 of those rounds, you can't be like, time out. I have to reload. No, it don't work like that. You always got these dumbass politicians, anti-gun politicians, this president, so-called president. Oh, you don't need a gun that, all guns should hold less than 10 rounds, But yet, if you look at the Secret Service detail, I guarantee you they got 30-round mags. They got 40-round mags, 50-round mags, 60-round drums. Trust me, they do. And what's good enough for him should be good enough for us. Because you just may need something that hold this amount of rounds, because you just never know what you're going to get hit with. It could be multiple savages. It could be, I've seen cases of home invasions where it's 10, 15 savages running up in the person's house. You definitely need something like this to get their stinking asses up off of you. For real. Anyway, GunFreak Nation, I ain't never seen it this bad before. I just want y'all to protect your family, protect your life. I'm not, once again, I'm not telling nobody to go out there and be a vigilante. None of that. I want you to be righteous. I want you to exercise your Second Amendment right to be able to defend your family. You don't never want to be in a situation where you plan and happen out with funeral arrangements, where you got to go stand over somebody's casket and that's the last time you will ever see them. It's not a good feeling, man. Death is a part of life, but when you are murdered and cut down and you're young, it just hit different. It stings much, much harder. Nobody should have to go through that. So, GunFreak Nation, I love y'all. I salute y'all. Listen, y'all stay armed. Stay responsible with your firearms. Stay righteous. And be ready to send a fucking savage to Funky Town. I love y'all. GunFreak Nation, salute.